Hey everyone, it's Luca. The AFO Climax Battle has finally returned after more than a year. The last time he reran was back in April of 2024 last year. AFO is the very first Climax boss in My Hero Ultra Impact. Back then, Fantasy Shoto was a must-have to beat him. If you didn't have him, the only other choice was using SR Chair Bright Ochako, because the team needed barriers in order to survive AFO's attack going into Phase 4. Nowadays, there are many options we can use against AFO, making him perhaps the easiest Climax boss to defeat. We certainly need this break after Club Festival 7. Those enemies were insane. I didn't get to check scores right before Club Festival ended this time, so I'll be back with a Club Festival video after the results are out. Since AFO is such an old fight, I did consider not making this video, but for completion's sake, since I have videos on all the other Climax bosses, I've decided to include him too. And I do hope this helps some of you out there, especially if you just picked up the game. I'll be using this as my first team to try to show AFO's mechanics. I decided to choose characters that are level 100 or lower. For your basic team composition against AFO, I recommend bringing a character who provides team-wide barriers. I have included Celeb Shoto on this team for that. You can also use characters like Celeb Mina, Together Tomorrow Ochako, Night Eye, Fantasy Shoto, or SR Cheer Bright Ochako to provide team barriers. Bring a DPS character with AoE attacks to deal with the Nomus that AFO summons. I'll be using Steampunk Bakugo to do that. You can use whoever you want for your third character. Someone who can provide team cooldown support or crit rate is very helpful, but not completely necessary. Since Celeb Shoto provides both barriers and team cooldown for this team, I can use a lot of different choices for my third character. I decided to include Midnight because she can provide crit and also stun. If you aren't using a cooldown character, you can use team cooldown memories like Splash, Lively Festival, or Meticulous Ingredient Selection. When AFO was first released, we didn't have cooldown support back then, leading to dead turns. This is yet another reason why AFO is much easier now, since we do have a lot of cooldown support. For your memories, I suggest using crit rate memories to help ensure that you crit against AFO enough times. I'm going to go ahead and put this memory on Midnight, and Bakugo is using full power Young Ones, so Coordinated Rescue on Midnight. And I have Strong Battle Formation because Shoto does have very long cooldowns. If you don't have characters who can provide barriers, you can inflict status ailments on AFO to prevent him from wiping your team. You can stun him or even turn him into a meatball with Seiji. I've decided to include Midnight here so that I have both barriers and stun. Feel free to ask in the comments for suggestions. Off the top of my head, I would say that Celeb Ochako, Midnight, Lonely Battle Deku, Fantasy Ochako, and SR Seiji are good options to stop AFO in his tracks. Many of you might also have the newest Ruler of the Edge Ochako, who should be very good at stunning before 5 turns. I'm not entirely sure how good she is at stunning after 5 turns when she gets enhanced, but if you have her on your team, she'll probably melt AFO. So you should be able to reach the last phase super fast. The backline, if all goes well, shouldn't come into the fight. But if the team does lose barriers at one point, then they might get bounced into the fight. But let's give this a try.
分かった。後ろにいればいいんだな。これが私の
You can see that he has his 2 Nomu minions, and he will be summoning more after these ones die. I do believe he can do this around 3 times or so. Okay, so let's check out AFO's skills. He only has a single paragraph. The difference between the very first Climax boss and our newest one, Shigi, has entire essays as his skills. So much has changed. So what we need to know from this one is that his power is decreased by 20% when his speed is decreased. we will go ahead and use this AoE skill. Let's charm them and maybe stun them. And we'll use this AoE attack as well. That skill of Shoto's gives barriers to the team. Okay, we'll go ahead and use Shoto's plus Ultra and Midnight's plus Ultra. We'll skip Bakugo's because once he gets to high Nitro, he hits harder, so let's just have him keep his Nitro. We stun him. Okay, well, let's check out AFO's skills for this phase. Nothing changed. Nothing, absolutely nothing changed. The Nomus are back. They do cover for AFO, so you have to get rid of the Nomus first before you can hit AFO, or just use AoE attacks. Alright, so this will give us Team Barrier, and you do want Barrier going into Phase 3, or your characters will get swapped with your back line. Or you can always just keep AFO stunned, and he can't swap you with your back line. Since I did keep him stunned, he didn't get to use his skills as often. That's how we kept our barriers. If he got rid of our barriers, then they would have been swapped with the back line. Alright, let's check out AFO's skills for Phase 3. It's a bit longer now, and you can see that he is immune to Skill Seal, Confusion, Paralysis, Binding, Freezing, and Fear. But he is not immune to Stun or Meat Lump, so you can always bring Stun or Seiji for Meat Lump. Let's go ahead and use all of our skills again. I forgot earlier and used Bakugo's plus Ultra, but all good, all good. He will slowly build his Nitro up again. It's so funny that he's not immune to Stun or Meat Lump. Alright, we're getting close to phase 4 and then I can show the phase 4 mechanics.
連携していくぞ。
あとは先生に任せ朦朧と
跡形もなく。
Okay, here we go. Phase 4.
避けていいのか。これが私の。
Okay, so in phase 4, he does have last stand until he receives 8 critical hits. So you do want to make sure that your characters have good crit rate. He gives all of our skills back, and he has plus ultra. This plus ultra can wipe your team unless you have barriers, so make sure to use the skill that gives your team barrier. You can also stun him. So let's do that. Barrier, stun, missed a stun. But we have barrier, so we are fine. If you don't have barrier, you probably would be dying right there. So here he is at 1 HP and you need to make sure you crit him 8 times for him to go down. And there we have it. You could definitely use characters that are more built than this to make the fight go a lot faster. For my next team, let's try to build an auto team, a full auto team. So I'm going to go ahead and put Fantasy Shoto as our first character. And for my second character, let's put another stun character. Celeb Ochako could help for sure. And for the third character, we're going to want to have AoE attacks. Maybe more stun. Let's go ahead and put Night Eye. He's definitely very built. I'm sure he will do great here. And for the backline, just in case these characters die, let's put Celemomo. Why not? If she can give us max HP up, I'm sure they will survive very easily. And let's see, who should we put as the last character? I think we want to stun him, so let's put Lonely Battle Izuku Midoriya. Okay, so this is going to be my auto battle team. We'll see how they do. Let's go ahead and put a cooldown memory on Shoto. Lively Festival for cooldowns. Coordinate Rescue for crit rate on female characters. We'll put Coordinate Rescue on her as well. And then for Night Eye, let's go ahead and put this one that increases crit rate. And that increases crit rate. Perfect. So we're going to try to see if this team can auto AFO without needing me to do anything. So we have Fantasy Shoto, who is going to provide team barriers. Ochako, who is going to stun and also has a lot of crit for the last phase. Night Eye, who also has barriers and can stun. So I think this team should be able to auto with no problems at all. But if they do get swapped with the back line, I have Salamomo, who's going to increase their HP. And I have Lonely Battle Deku, who can provide some stuns to hopefully help stun AFO. Alright, let's see if this team can auto. You demon of evil, today is the day you die. Oh my gosh, Shoto. I didn't know you said that to AFO. He was released with this fight, so he was a unit to summon to beat AFO. I guess that's why he has dialogue with AFO. Okay, let's put them on auto and see how they do. So I won't be using any skill chains. Oh my gosh, so much damage from them. That one gives him barrier. I see that their cooldowns aren't very good, but it's all good since AFO is stunned a lot. And also frozen, they can't really do anything against this team. The Nomus keep coming back thinking they could do something. What are you gonna do now, AFO? You're all by yourself. Alright, let's see what happens with phase 3. Oh, he's still stunned. They didn't get swapped. Now on to phase 4. Will they survive AFO? I'm sure they will. So there we go, an easy auto team. Not really fast, but you can just put your game on auto and let them do their thing. You could try a variety of different combos. Many characters should be able to auto AFO's fight. Happy farming? Let me know in the comments if you need any other suggestions. And guess what? We're finally getting another Shinso. It's been how long? I've been saving my tickets for this. Let's go check it out right now. If you go into the character list and filter for just UA high school students, you can see that we are going to have a new character right next to the old Shinso. So many people have been pinging me about this. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. But this is what I've been saving my tickets for. I have a bunch of videos on the way, including Strike Kendo summons in My Hero Ultra Rumble, and most likely a news video for My Hero Ultra Impact soon, because I gotta talk about the new Shinso. Look forward to it. Look out.